Peace and love. Sending you all positive energy, high vibes, success on your entrepreneurship, all love, all positivity. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you hit the like button, and you leave me any comments or questions in my description below. Today, 21 on the clock. Today, I'm going to be speaking about divine feminine, the power of sexual magic. Okay, so in one of the first mother civilizations that practiced African spirituality, they were deep into sexual magic. Okay, and they used sexual magic for procreation, navigating through higher planes, higher dimensions, healing, ritual purposes. Okay, and it is a sacred act. Okay, it's one of the most profound acts in the universe because we think of it, everyone is manifested into the universe by that womb and that portal. Okay, so the divine feminine energy have to know how to tap into the mysticals and the sexual powers of the divine body. Okay, and once we do, it helps us to resonate and align perfect with nature. Okay, so we also had traditions worldwide that actually perform sexual magic to the day. Okay, and in the ancient days. So it's great to be able to know how to access these powers we have within us. Okay, once we do, the power is always amplified. Now, for an example, we have divine feminine energy, and the more sensitive, 222 was just on the clock, the more emotional and the more higher sex drive divine feminine has, that means she is super empathic. Okay, and she have to be able to release those mystical sexual powers. Okay, now for an example, I have always been in relationships. Okay, so I exchange my sexual energy with my partner. And I never knew how to actually please myself because I always was in a relationship. Okay, so as I got done with being in my relationships or whatnot, I had to find out how to be able to tap into self pleasure. Okay, so we have a lot of individuals that are not in relationships, and just because they're not, they don't know how to pleasure themselves. So this is a great video to tune into, to be able to tap into your sexual energy, because we have those needs that we need to be fulfilled with, and also help us on our journey with healing, connecting with higher planes, also manifesting. Okay, and healing for the mind, the body, the spirit, also emotionals as a whole. Okay, 21 on the clock again. So in ancient Kemet, they incorporated the blue lotus flower. Okay, and that helped them with their sexual acts as well. It helped them to increase the blood flow in the body. 444 on the clock as I'm talking about the ancestors. So we can also incorporate the blue lotus flower. It helps with sexual energy, and arousal and healing purposes as well. Okay, and traveling through many different dimensions. Okay, so once we come in a center, in a calm space, we're able to focus on orgasm. Okay, and we have to use our natural gifts. Okay, our hands has electric magnetic property that radiates through our hands. Okay, so we hit a certain G spot once we use our hands in a circular movement. Okay, and it helps to increase the power of the orgasm. Also, we want to be able to be calm, be in a center space. Okay, we want to be focusing on bringing our manifestations into fruition, for an example. Okay, and we want to be able to know how to find our way home. Okay, how we find our way home is tapping into the divine feminine energy, internal work. Okay, so once we are able to tap into the five senses, we have the understanding how to be able to pleasure ourselves, and also be able to tap into that intuition. Okay, once we tap into that intuition, that inner guidance, it helps us to be able to tap into our orgasm. Okay, so we can incorporate actually the four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. 7:07 on the clock. So I say you can get you some red roses, some red candles, open up a window for air, and also a glass of wine. Okay, and you also can incorporate a pyramid. Okay, a pyramid with copper on it. Place it up under your bed or either on the side of the nightstand. Okay, the pyramid has the powerful negative green energy that's connected to the heart space. Okay, so that energy is going to be amplified. Okay, and once we deal with the harmonizing field, it is grand power. Okay, that's the center of creation. It connects us with everyone as a whole, divine oneness. Okay, and as you add that copper, the power is amplified, because we have copper that's healing, to help with blood circulating, to help with the electric magnetic field, the energy resonate. Okay, it helps with anemia. So it's a powerful actually tool to take on that's actually natural. Okay, once we tap into the energy of sexual magic and orgasm, different individuals use different toys or whatnot, but I like to let you all know the natural form that helps us to vibrate high, and it's going to help us to bring our manifestations into fruition. It's going to help us to heal better, and the natural tools of the body, okay, is the most powerful energy to tune in with for your orgasm. 9:19 on the clock. So we have very powerful neurotransmitters that is released once we tap into the energy of sexual magic. Okay, we have the energy of prolactin. Okay, that relaxes the body, put us in a calm state, and it increases happy hormone and happy mood in the body. Okay, we have the neurotransmitters by the name of endorphins, and they help actually positivity, good feeling, happy hormones as well. And it's the same neurotransmitters that is released once we exercise. Okay, we also have a pelvic floor. Okay, and that's a muscle that is strengthened once we orgasm. So we have divine feminine energy if we have a lot of kids or we don't participate in too much exercise. We have this pelvic floor that is weakened. Okay, and how we strengthen that muscle is to actually participate in orgasming. Okay, it's going to boost our energy. Okay, and also help us to heal that pelvic floor. Okay, and if it's weak, you'll know, because if you were to cough, you will have a little small amount of urine come out the VJ. Okay, that's how you know if it's weak. If you cough, if you sneeze, it'll come out. Okay, and when we're dealing with the energy of orgasms, it's very sacred, profound act. So don't never feel like if you have a high sexual drive, there's something wrong. Okay, it's just that you are very mystical and magical, and you have to be able to know how to use that divine feminine. Okay, and be able to pleasure yourself if you don't have anyone that vibrates on a high frequency like you do. Because anybody that is a low frequency energy and you exchange energy with is going to lure you. Okay, it's not going to heal you. 12 on the clock. So you have to have the understanding. You have to embody that self-love and know how to find your way home. Tap into your inner guidance. Be able to tap into a calm and a centered space and a meditative state, and be able to pleasure yourself if you don't have anyone that resonate with your high vibrating energy. Okay, and once you do, you will see the feeling once you pleasure yourself. Okay, until you have someone to come along that aligns with your powerful sexual energy and your high vibrating energy. Okay, we also have a hormone in the body, and it's called the DHEA, that boosts and stimulates brain health. Okay, it helps us to increase our beauty, for as our skin, we have a glow, it shines. 2100 on the clock, the ancestors sending me a message. And it's very great energy, you all. 333 on the clock. And we had to know, all the very sacred tools that we can use that resonate with us. So always be familiar. Orgasms is something that we have to tune into the energy, have the understanding of how to pleasure ourselves, have the understanding of how healing it is, and don't be afraid to tap into that divine feminine sexual energy. Okay, and it's symbolic to divine masculine energy as well. It's also healing for them to tap into their sexual energy. Okay, and there's nothing wrong with that. We shouldn't be ashamed to speak about sexual energy and be able to help one another, see what tools we can take on, what can we do to heal each other. That's what it's all about. And when I speak about divine feminine, 444 on the clock, energy, sexual energy, or divine masculine energy, these are characteristics that we have in our body. Okay, we have the masculine and we also have the feminine. Okay, but we also have people who connect more with their divine feminine energy. Okay, and it overflows with them, and that's for them. We have individuals that stay highly in a masculine energy. Okay, no matter the gender, they just lean towards that energy, and that's fine. So I always like to say, take what resonate. Okay, because I'm a non-judgmental person, and I believe in love is love. Okay, whether individuals is connecting sexually, males together or females together. Okay, I don't promote being separated. Okay, and I just like to stress love, and I like to put the knowledge out here that we can all use, no matter the gender, to be able to tap into the characteristic of that divine feminine or that divine masculine energy to empower us, to heal us, and to make us one within ourselves and tap into the true divinity. Okay, the essence of the soul, which has no weight. Okay, always be familiar with that. So a rundown on the energy that tapping into actually orgasming, how can it help? Okay, it boosts our libido. Okay, our libido is increased. It balances our hormones. It helps us to increase the beauty of the skin being clearer, the skin being shinier. Okay, it helps us with period and menstrual cramps. It helps to boost the immune system. Okay, we have strong longevity. We have increased of the DHEA hormone. For the brain health, it helps us when anxiety, stress, mood, pain. Okay, then we had the endorphins. Them are the neurotransmitters that helps with anxiety and mood, boosting serotonin. Okay, it helps us to have better fertility. Also, it helps us to navigate through many different dimensions. It also helps us to tap into our manifestations and bring them into fruition. When we tap into visualizing and manifesting, it increases the power, and it brings our manifestations into fruition sooner. So if we are participating in an orgasm and we are visualizing what we want to bring forth into our manifestations as we get ready to release, the power is going to be amplified and you're going to receive your manifestations quicker. Okay. Also, I don't want to leave this out. When we orgasm, it helps to increase the bone density in the body. Okay, so if you have any problems like that, it helps with that as well. 8:58 on the clock. Okay, so always be familiar with that. I love you all. I'm sending you all positive energy and high vibes. Success on your entrepreneurship. All love, all positivity. I love you all so much, and I'll be back with more. Peace and love. 1919 on the clock.